And we are back. Welcome to my predictions for the two bronze medal matches taking place over the next couple of days in the Olympic Games. Now, I'm going to jump straight to the actual screen itself because the way we've done these Olympics so far is that we've done separate men's and women's videos. However, due to the format of these final four matches, I think it is better to do the two bronze medal matches in one video and then the two gold medal matches in one video. Therefore, we can actually have a proper discussion about them separately. So what we'll do in both videos is we'll do the men's first and then we will do the women's, as on both occasions it is the men's matches that take place before the women's matches. So before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel if you're new around here. We're doing the bronze medal video today, we're doing the gold medal video tomorrow, and then on Friday, the proper footballing predictions begin once again for the new season with my prediction for the Community Shield taking place on Saturday. So that is how we're going to be doing things over the course of this week. Let's get into it. And we'll start off with the men's match. What I'm going to do in terms of talking about the semi-finals is in this video I'll talk about how the semi-finals went for the losing sides. And then in obviously the gold medal match we'll talk about how it went for the winning side. So we'll start off with Egypt against Morocco. And we'll start off with Egypt as they are the side that are here first. And to be honest, of all four of these sides, Egypt are the one that I kind of feel sorry for. I thought they played an absolutely phenomenal game against France. Obviously, the first team to score against France in this competition. And it was, 10 minutes away from being an absolutely perfectly executed plan. In the first half, I thought Egypt were the better side, which I just did not see happening at all. France have been dominant in every game throughout the tournament, but Egypt really took it to them in that first half and then were rewarded with their goal in, I think it was the 62nd minute. So it was a brilliantly executed plan from Egypt. However, once they went ahead, I think they went a little bit too defensive, which allowed the French to get more and more and more on top. And eventually that defence cracked with the equaliser from Mateta. In my opinion, they were maybe a little bit lucky not to concede a penalty in the last minute for the handball/foul incident. For me, there wasn't much in it. The Egyptian had no right sticking their arms up in the air trying to win a free kick, which obviously they did end up winning. It went to extra time, and then the moment the red card happened, it was game over. I think no one was going to be too surprised at the moment that a player gets sent off right at the start of extra time. Realistically, against the quality of that French side, Egypt were never going to survive from there. And unfortunately, another goal from Mateta and a goal from Elise meant that it ended being 3-1 to France. But fair play for Egypt for how they played in that game. Makes this one really interesting. As for Morocco, I mean, we already spoke about anything and everything has happened in a Morocco game so far in this tournament. What else could possibly happen? Well, something else did happen. The referee got taken out and had to be substituted. If that doesn't sum up Morocco's tournament, I don't really know what does. We have quite literally had everything from Morocco in this tournament, and we've even had a ref bump that's resulted in the referee having to getting substituted like it was a wrestling match or something. And do you know what? Morocco, I feel like they let themselves down in that semi-final. And I'm not going to say that Spain didn't deserve to get through, because Spain did deserve to get through. But both sides, I believe, had 15 shots in that match. Morocco had 15 shots, Spain had 15 shots. Morocco only had one on target, and that was the penalty that they scored. To have 14 other chances in that match and not have a single one on target, that really lets you down. It really does. There was a little bit of youthful exuberance. I think they were snatching at chances when they had, if they had a little bit more composure, they probably would have taken them. And unfortunately, it results in Spain taking their chances when they came forward. And the other thing we have to talk about is, going into the game, we spoke about the suspension for El Khanous, the attacking midfielder for Morocco. He obviously didn't play. Morocco didn't have what you would call the clearest of clear-cut chances down the middle of the pitch where he normally plays. And then Fermin Lopez in the attacking position for Spain, he then gets the goal and the assist. So really important having those attacking midfielders in your side. But obviously he will be back for this game against Egypt, which just so happens to be a repeat of the Under-23 African Cup of Nations final from last summer. Now, I don't know what you African fans watching think, but surely an Olympic bronze medal is worth more than an under-23 AFCON win? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. But surely this is worth more. A bronze medal at an Olympics, immortality, you know, for the winner of this match. And it was a 1-1 draw last summer with Morocco winning it in extra time. And do you know what? From what I saw of those two semi-finals, I'm going for a 1-1 draw again. I think Egypt will approach it the exact same way. They'll try and be more aggressive where they can, but ultimately they have built this tournament on a solid defensive foundation, and Morocco bomb forward and leave space behind, which could just suit how Egypt play. I still think Morocco on paper are the better side individually, but Egypt might just be a better team. It's a really, really tough one to call. I'm going to go for 1-1. I can see this going to extra time. I can definitely see it going all the way to penalties. If you ask me to name a winner right now, I'm going to go Egypt. But it's a really tough one. I think Morocco will be considered the favourites based on how they've played in this tournament. But I really, really can't split them. I think this one could go all the way. As for the women, we spoke about Morocco in the men's, how they kind of missed their opportunities. Spain, I mean, talk about shooting yourself in the foot, more like shooting yourself in the back. What was that goal? Booting it into the back of Irene Paredes to then go behind after 4 minutes. From there, another sloppy goal conceded, and then Spain just went, we're just going to pile everyone forward. Spain had 77% possession. They had almost 500 passes. Brazil only had 90 passes. It's a 90-minute match and Brazil only had 90 passes and Brazil scored 4 goals because Spain just piled everyone forward. I've never seen anything like it. It was one of the most entertaining games of football I've ever seen in my life. Spain still should have won that match, and obviously we'll get to the Brazil side of that match in tomorrow's video, but it's just absolutely crazy. The amount of chances that Spain had, the amount of saves the Brazilian goalkeeper made, but because Spain were just so gung-ho, it left them so vulnerable at the back that every time Spain lost the ball, you thought Brazil were going to score, and half the times they did. So Spain find themselves in this bronze medal match because, quite frankly, they just needed to show a little bit more composure when they lost the ball because it was suicidal tactics, and that's why they're here. As for Germany, I think they did as well as they could. They managed to hold America for as long as possible. Another player of the match performance, in my opinion, from Berger, the German goalkeeper. They didn't really have any real chances of real significance, did Germany, in the game against America. And ultimately, as expected, America kept grinding and kept grinding and kept grinding. They forced it all the way to extra time, did Germany, where unfortunately for them, Sophia Smith finally took one of the chances for America. And for Germany, that sadly was enough to see them drop into this bronze medal match where, realistically, you have to fancy Spain again. Obviously, we spoke a lot about Spain as world champions, style of play, this, that, and the other. But if they play like they did against Brazil and Germany sit back and counter like they did against America last night, like Brazil did against Spain last night, I don't know, Germany could definitely still win this. Germany are a world-class side, but you have to always fancy Spain. Like, it was a real shock for me what happened in that Brazil game last night, and maybe the own goal, well, I mean, definitely the own goal played a significant factor in how the game developed from that moment on. So I'm going to go for 2-1 to Spain because I feel like I have to, given how much attacking prowess they have, but I'm definitely giving Germany a goal because Spain are leaking chances in this tournament, and I could definitely see Spain blowing it. I can see it being another tough game, but again, Spain will be the favourites for this match. I still expect Spain to win this match. So for me, the bronze medals will be going to Egypt and Spain. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. It's going to be a fascinating couple of days in these bronze medals. And of course, tomorrow morning, we will then discuss the 2 gold medal matches between France and Spain in the men's and America and Brazil in the women's. I'll see you there.